A piece of advice I try to live by is trying to find enjoyment in the journey and not fixating purely on the destination. I am from England, in the countryside of the southwest, a small place called Korschmund. I'm currently living in Kreuzberg, Berlin. I am a freelance designer, visual artist, specializing in material creation and abstract typography. The favorite piece I have created? That is a difficult question. I have many works that mean a lot to me for different reasons, but the piece that sticks out the most would have to be Crystal Kingdom. This was a piece created for Nissan. They tasked 5 designers from 5 different cities in the UK and I was selected for Manchester. This was the biggest company I had ever worked with, so was incredible in that respect, but the reason I loved it so much was that the day after all 20 billboards went live around Manchester, was the day I graduated from university. Me and my parents were able to walk around the city I had spent the past 4 years studying and growing in, with my work being displayed everywhere. It was the most surreal moment of my life and it still makes me so happy to think about. What is your inspiration? A lot of inspiration comes from my day-to-day life and the environment that I am in. I recently moved to Berlin from the UK and so I'm constantly surrounded by new things, which is so exciting for me. I find so much about the city inspiring, especially the graffiti. I have always had a big love for graffiti and the different forms and shapes that letters can take. It was definitely the thing that started my love for abstract typography, so a lot of my typework now is inspired by that. I find that the natural environment is a big inspiration for me. The way light interacts with certain structures and the different tones and colors that evolve throughout the day. Another huge inspiration for me is music. I listen to music from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep. It helps me to relax and clear my head, and what I have found over time is that a large amount of my inspiration comes from those periods of calm when you're trying to not be switched on. What is the best advice you have been given? Take time for yourself and enjoy the journey. A day in my life? Recently, I have been working a lot, but I am also still trying to explore this incredible new city. I'm usually up working in the morning listening to a blend of old school hip-hop and dance music, which tends to progress deeper into the faster styles by the end of the day. I work on my ongoing projects whilst trying not to become distracted by the idea of getting more tattoos or shoes, and after I feel like I've got to a good place with the projects, I try to take some time for myself, visiting galleries and exhibitions. If I can't do that, I at least try to go for a walk and clear my head for a while. In the evenings I try to meet up with mates and go out for a drink. I have been trying to tick off all the clubs on my Berlin bucket list and was able to tick off Berghain the other weekend. What is next for me? For the coming months I am going to continue building my life in Berlin. I have been a freelancing designer for the past 3 years and have found a lot of enjoyment in doing this. I now want to experience something new. I'm currently looking to join a design agency which will allow me to further my skills and gain experience. I'd love the opportunity to work alongside others in a collaborative space and to work with some new incredible brands. Alongside this, I will be continuing to push some personal targets and take time for my artistic practice. I am planning to bring the collective that I am a part of in the UK over to Berlin, so I can continue exhibiting and curating events here. So hopefully, Paradigm will have its first event in Berlin soon, so stay tuned.